Alright guys, so this is going to be the next part in the trick video, I guess, section of these edits. This one's going to be a little bit more complex. This is going to be some of the harder moves that I do that it might be hard for me to explain how I do them, but I'll show how I do it on the sticks like the other videos, so hopefully you guys could just follow that. Let me actually grab a quad for example for you guys. Okay, so I got one of my quads here, and let me set this up. Okay, so the best way for me to, I guess, describe this is normally how some of these advanced moves that I do, when a quad flips, you're usually flipping forward or you're rolling this way. And what a lot of these moves do, and they look like really fast and really snappy, is I'm putting the stick to the corner of the gimbal to where it's actually, they're rotating and yawing in directions of, like, say, opposites to each other. So I might be rolling in this way, but I'm yawing in this form, so it's flipping, it looks like at a faster rate and things like that, a little bit quicker. But you'll see that a little bit more when I go fly right now, and I'll try to describe it as best I can, and hopefully it helps you guys. And like always, just leave me comments if you have questions on it. That way I could help you guys as good as possible. So let's try this out. Alright guys, so we're going to start up to do some of these more complex tricks. This is kind of like a small area, so we'll see how it kind of goes, because a lot of these tricks do require like some space for the most part. So first one we're going to do is like the rando roll, and let me back up here, and this is going to be full pitch forward and roll left, and then you go roll to the right. So that's the rando roll. Obviously the longer you hold it, the more it will continue flipping, and these are those diagonal flips that I was telling you about. So now one thing I like to do a lot of times is I'll flip like this, like just one direction, but I add like some yaw into it. So it's hard to, like I said, these are going to be hard to explain, but I learned like my direction of where I'm going after mainly just a lot of practice, but I do add just like left and right roll into it. So it's, like I said, it's hard to explain where I'm at, but that's how I do these type of maneuvers. There's some birds up there trying to see what they got going on. But you can see how fast the quad will spin if you go to one corner to the other corner. Same thing with the back corner. And it kind of throws you to like a left or right. So sometimes I do think adding like a little bit of that yaw control in there kind of helps. Same thing is when you turn it around like that. It's almost like when you do a backwards flip, you know you're upside down. So same thing with when you go forward. You start to know, your surroundings a little more. So when you do go up here for these rolls, you can see like, okay, I'm straight here. If you're upside down, you always know you can flip back over. So that's pretty much, like I said, this is going to be a hard one to explain. I know a lot of you guys want to do it, but the main thing is these kind of trickier rolls are just always a lot of throttle going up the opposite directions in the diagonal pitch and roll of the quad. So hope you guys like this one. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. But just go out there and get as much practice as possible. Alright, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing for you guys. As you can see, most of those moves are done with full pitch and full roll in, you know, just the top corners or the bottom corners. Like I said before, a lot of that stuff just takes practice. Make sure you get high up in the air enough to where you feel comfortable pulling those tricks before you start trying them a little bit lower to the ground. But if there's any other tricks or anything you guys would like to see done, I might have missed some stuff, just let me know. I could make another video on it, or I could answer your question maybe on how to do it just in the comments. But for the most part, that one was a little tougher for me to explain than the other ones, just because it is a lot of feel and has to do with your rates and if you're comfortable with your orientation and everything of the quad. But I do encourage you guys to go out there and try it and have fun. So until the next time, which is probably going to be on Tuesday, you guys have fun, get out there, get nasty. Peace.